Well, hot dog, everybody. A brand new year is upon us. 2026! Oh my god. Not to get into any spoilers already, but I am feeling a little excited about it. So how about we just get into that classic tea-making montage and get ourselves cozied up on the couch and talk about our hopes and dreams for a minute, hey? Let's do it. Come on. Okay, before we get into it today, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I do have a different mug, okay? There was one very special mug that was with me through all of these sort of sit-down videos, but tragically that mug is no more. I did, in fact, try to put it on the counter, and I did not quite put it on the counter, and the mug did end up on the ground, smashed into smithereens. Bit of a tragic day for me. I would just like to take a moment to remember this mug and all the good times we had. So if you could please roll the clip.
Cheers to you and cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers. Let's do it. Cheers. Cheers to you. Another sip for that, hey?
Just wanted to give a cheers to you and I for making it through another year.
Cheers. Cheers. I feel like I'm really trying to sell y'all on this mug, but you can't have it. It's mine. So cheers to that. New year, same cup. It's always this cup, isn't it? Cheers to you, old mug. I'll never forget you. Anyway, so this was kind of a bonkers year for me. Kind of a weird one. I produced and acted in and created an entire theatrical stage production on my tooth infection. What's going on with the dentist right now? I truly have never done anything like that. It's really just broken me free from any sort of little box that I thought I had to stay in. Because let me tell you, once you write and perform an entire stage production about your tooth infection, truly, there just are no rules anymore. From there, we went right into Coachella. Which was a freaking dream come true. What's up, Coachella? And the Coachella gods were looking down on me this year because they did surprise me with a little Weird Al surprise set in which I did cry. It was the most magical thing I've ever seen. After that, I saw Weird Al again.
So don't be vain and don't be whining, or else my brother, I'ma have to get medieval on you, honey.
In the theme of weird and Weird Al, I did also celebrate one of the most weird and Weird Al-iest birthdays of all time. I asked all of my friends to write original parodies, and to my surprise, they did.
'Cause it was just a bun. It was just a bun.
It was only for fun.
Lots of laughs this year, lots of big moments, lots of dreams coming true. And now we have another one coming down the barrel. We got a whole fresh year ahead of us. And I will say, I don't know, last year, like I had all these things planned, you know, I had quite a checklist, this. And this year, I don't know what's coming for me. No big concrete plans at the moment, but I am feeling excited. Like I said, I just feel since breaking down these funny little walls that I've put up, I'm just like, I kind of feel like anything's possible. And like, what's going to happen? Once anything's possible, anything could happen next. And I'm just feeling kind of excited about it. Just like kind of feeling a little excited to be me, which feels rude to say, but we're saying it. Last year, I remember talking about abolishing negative self-talk. I don't know if I completely got there, but every day, you know, it's just another chance to practice not beating yourself up. So that's what we're going to try and do on this couch right here. And that's what I'm going to try and do when I say, I don't know, I'm just feeling a little excited for this. So anyways, cheers to you and cheers to me, because, oh my God, why not? Okay, just friggin' cheering you on. Let's just friggin' cheer ourselves on, okay? Woo. Now I know what you're all thinking, okay? You've been waiting for the update. You've been thinking about it all year long. How many stupid faces did Bailey manage to make in her photos this year? I would like to bring back making silly faces in photos. I think maybe we're just smiling in photos a little too much these days, and I think I'd like to try otherwise for a bit. I'm embarrassed to report, I don't think I made a single stupid face in any photograph this year. Truly, it just did not come to mind. People point a camera at my face and I think, yes, I am a normal guy. Look at me smile, okay? Can you see? Can you see how put together I am? But I was really looking forward to some stupid faces and some photos this year, and we just didn't get there. But I swear to God, we're gonna get it, Goofy. On the photos, I think maybe to make up for this, I'm feeling I should make a stupid face now, just to show my commitment to the process here. See, I feel like I need practice. That felt more like a scary face than a silly fun face. We're gonna work on it, okay, together. But we will. Please, you have to believe. Okay, anyway, with that out of the way, new year, new me. What's the vibe? What's your vibe? How are you feeling? How are we feeling 2026? That feels like a big number, doesn't it? But I am feeling excited about it, and I did write a little ins and outs list just to try and put all this gobbledygook in order, you know? So let's take a look, shall we? Practicing. Not to get full Pinterest quote on you right off the hop, but I just feel like all of life is a practice. It's just so easy to stop yourself from doing something, because it's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Who am I to do that? Or I'm not ready yet. I need to know more before I can jump in, or, you know, whatever. But it's just like, if we look at everything that we do in this life as a practice, like even this video right now, you know, like I'm not doing this video. I'm just practicing for the real thing. But it's like, you know what? we are doing it. And this probably is the real thing. It's all the real thing. What's real? Prune juice, okay? I'm so real about this. I don't know how old you are, but you probably just should be drinking prune juice, okay? Fiber. Where are you getting your fiber? We need fiber, for the love of God. I need fiber like my life depends on it. Not to get too personal right away, but last year I wrote an entire album about tooth music, about my tooth infection. I'm this close to writing an entire album about an ailment that one might conjure up if they don't have enough fiber in their system. I don't know if that explains it enough, but butt stuff. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Butt stuff. You got to take care of your asshole. You got to take care of your asshole. I say this, I've been saying this for the past few years, but digicams, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I had a bit of a falling out with my digicam this year. It just sort of fell to the wayside. I did take my digicam to Coachella. I went full digicam Coachella and I don't regret it. I just feel like on the day-to-day, the digicam got left at home and I was stuck taking pictures on my cell phone. And I just don't want to do that anymore for me, okay? I get so much more joy, so much more fun out of taking this stupid little camera around. The less I can be touching that godforsaken thing, the better my life is. Physical media, we're all talking about it, which I'm so excited for. I just feel like I've been waiting for this moment for us all to just finally get fed up with this weird little internet life that we've gotten sucked into. I think DVDs and VHS tapes are our only savior. Someone needs to make a movie about VHS tapes literally saving the world from brain rot because I think that might be the near future that we're going down. And I think I smell a revolution on its way. A little digital, anti-digital revolution. I don't know. Very big for 2026, I believe, is using your brain, using my brain. I'm just feeling quite excited at the idea of using my own brain again. Oh, God. It's always fun to check in with yourself every so often and be like, are we living the WALL-E movie? Have we gotten there yet? Because I just feel like we're so close. This Christmas, I played a lot of fun little word games with my family, and there's just some simple word games where it's just like, think of a word. Just say a word. And how difficult it was to think of and say a word. Not good. We're so much in a situation now where we truly don't have to think of anything ourselves. Like how much we can get by day to day without having to have really our own thoughts. You know how algorithms, at this point pretty much choose everything we like and are interested in. Sometimes it does feel, when you're on the go, well, like I'm just going to put on a playlist, some random playlist, because I don't have time to think about what song I want to listen to. I don't have time for that. But it's just like, if we don't have time to think about, what music we want to listen to or what kind of movie we want to watch or something, like, what is this time for? Where did it go? And why don't we have time for that? Just one last thing on a personal note, video games. 2026, personally, I, for the first time, invested in a game console myself, not inherited through brother or husband. This was a personal choice. I invested in a Switch 2 this year. And listen, I've always loved Nintendo, okay? Big Mario guy, big Donkey Kong guy. And the Bonanza got me, and I did invest in a Switch 2, and I've just been like, I feel like I've been reconnecting with gaming in a big way. It's just been feeling good. For me, video games, so hot right now. Yeah, that's kind of my general ins. Let's take a little ad break and go to our outs. Have you been having a hard time on the toilet recently? Perhaps you're sitting on that throne a little too long, or perhaps you're not sitting on it long enough. Whatever it is, consider prune juice. Okay? Are you in your mid-30s or older, or just alive on this planet at all? Prune juice. It'll probably solve all of your problems. Don't believe me? Here, let's try a swig together right now, okay? It's not going to be great, but sometimes you just got to do it. Just, when's the last time you've thought about your butt? I'm going to think about my butt right now while I take a swig of this. It's fine, okay? So just try it today. Prune juice. It just might be what you need. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for our sponsors. You're great. You're great, Corporated. Moving on to the outs. What's out? What are we saying no more to in 2026? Coffee dates. Listen. I'm scared to announce this officially out loud because it's not to say don't ever invite me to a coffee date again, because I know that's the thing to do. We meet up, we get a coffee. Sometimes it hits. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes you get in the conversation flow. But it's just like, I want to play checkers, okay? If you said, let's meet up and play a round of checkers, play a round of cards, like, let's go friggin' like on a photo scavenger hunt or do like a little dance in the forest somewhere, Let's just get a little more creative. We're just sort of built to want to be like as chill as possible, keep it chill, like, hey, a coffee date or lunch, whatever. But I'm like, let's do something weird that we'll never forget. Out is Googling everything. This might be a me issue more than it might be for some other people, but I had kind of a wake-up call with myself a few weeks ago where I had a thought that I was like, maybe I could put maple syrup in my tea instead of honey, I thought maybe we could try that. But instead of just trying it, I had to Google it first to see if anyone else has done this before I felt like I was allowed to do it. And like, just imagine that. Like, if I just sit here and think about it, honey goes in tea, maple syrup, it's just a sweet little gooey concoction. Why not? Why couldn't I just sit there for myself and think, let's just jump in and try it? Why do I feel this need to Google every thought? And that goes like, some people are little information gremlins. They like to just eat it all up. People like to Google things out there. But sometimes I just feel, like even when we're having a conversation with each other and somebody says something interesting and then immediately we're picking up our phone to be like, oh, is that true? Or like, let's read more. Like, if it's that interesting to you, perhaps when you go home later, if it's still on your mind, you can look it up. But if it's not on your mind, what if we just had a nice little conversation about it and just let it pass? I am going to try to Google less this year and just let my brain, do the work instead. Out for me, I'm going to try and stop saying we and try a little more to say I. I just feel like it's easy, when I'm having a thought or having a feeling, just being like, we feel like society's just, and I just think, everybody, and I know not everybody is the same. I know that. I think it's just like my desperate need to connect with people, mixed with, not wanting to be vulnerable to say, I feel like blah, oh man, we're getting intense on this couch. For someone who had like no clear direction, I've got a lot to say. Let's have a little cheers moment, okay? I need to cool off. I needed a cool off. Did we need a cool off? Perhaps we did, but I did. Out, giving your art an expiration date. Did you make something this year? Did you make something last year? Did you make something 2 years ago that you still feel like, I'm proud of that and I'd like to talk about it more or share more about it, or even just bring it all back to the surface? You can. It just feels sometimes, personally, I feel like sometimes like I put my whole self into making and creating and sharing art, and then like once it comes out, I feel like the clock ticking, like you got to post about it, you got to say everything perfectly that you want to say, time's running out, okay, no one's thinking about it anymore, put it in the trash. And that's just not true. Your art does not have an expiration date. If you do one cool thing in your life, you can talk about it forever if you'd like. That's up to you, and it's up to everyone else to decide if they're still interested in hearing about it. But there are no rules as far as like, it's old news now, baby, you got to move on. That's mostly giving me permission to keep talking about, the stuff that I created last year, because I personally feel like there is more stuff I was going to post and I didn't, but I still can. Right? Right? Right. I say right. And lastly, on my personal outs, I'm just feeling like out for me is posing like this in every photo. Okay, can you see me? This is very important. I just feel like anytime anyone points a camera at me, I just always, what's the pose? Let me feel it, okay. I think this is it. We got one leg kicked up to show I'm casual, hand on the hip, and a little smile. Toe out, perhaps? Kicked up? Anyways, I just feel like something happens every time a camera gets pointed at me, that I think that's the pose, and then I go home and I notice that every photo I am posed in that exact same way, which I understand. It's hard to pose for photos, okay? I'm going to give myself a bit of a break there. But I'm just looking to get a little more creative. So if you point a camera at me this year and you see me doing something like, that's what I've seen on the internet, that the more like weird movement, the more nonchalant you look. I just want to experiment in general with what my body's doing and what my face is doing. And with that, that's kind of it. Let me come in here a little bit. Okay, well, I suppose that's a wrap on our hopes and dreams for 2026, our ins and outs, our vibes. Yeah, it's funny, I did rewatch my New Year's video from last year, and I was watching it just thinking like, wow, she's so cool, calm and collected, so put together. I was literally comparing myself to my past version of myself. I'm like, do I have what it takes to pull that off again? And I don't know if we did that here today, but we did something, and I think we had fun. I think that's really all that matters in this life anyway. So wishing you some fun this year, hoping to provide some moments of fun for you and for me, and try some prune juice, okay? I think it might help. I think it could help. So I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for coming along this journey with me and watching my funny little life play out on this channel, and we'll see what comes next. And I'll see you there, okay? Catch you later. Bye.